Welcome to the instructional video by Mahindra Lifespaces to assist you in filing Form 26QB to pay TDS on property purchase. We recommend consulting a chartered accountant for account-specific guidance. This video is applicable for payment of tax deducted by resident or non-resident buyer of an immovable property and valid PAN under Section 194(I)(a) of Income Tax Act 1961. Please note that TDS is not applicable on GST paid against an immovable property. Before we proceed further, it is advised that buyer may verify if they have already linked their PAN with Aadhaar. Let's begin. First, log into the income tax website at eportal.incometax.gov.in and enter valid PAN number of deductor. Click on the Continue tab. On the next page, input your password and click to confirm secure access message. Click Continue to proceed. On the dashboard page, navigate to the E-File option. Select E-Pay Tax from the drop-down menu. Click New Payment, then select 26QB TDS on sale of property, and click Proceed. On the buyer details page, select residential status of the seller as resident only. Please verify your personal details which are auto-populated. If there is more than one buyer registered for this property, select Yes. It is recommended to deposit TDS in proportion to the ownership against PAN of each buyer by filing separate 26QB for each buyer. For a single applicant, select No and click on Continue. On the seller details page, please refer to the TDS guide shared in a separate email, sent alongside the demand letter to fill in the seller's details like PAN of the seller, address, mobile number or email ID. Leave the field for Aadhaar number of seller blank. Verify all details to avoid discrepancies. Whether more than one seller, select No or click on Continue to proceed. On the property details page, select the type of property as building and enter the complete address of the property being purchased including unit number and wing is mentioned in the TDS guide shared. In case the unit is registered, then please enter the registration date. If unit is not registered, enter the booking date. Enter the agreement value is mentioned in the TDS guide and the date of payment towards the respective milestone demand. Refer to the TDS guide for specific information. In the payment details section, select payment type as installment. Payment type may be selected as lump sum only if you are depositing TDS on full consideration of the flat in single payment to the tax department. If you have selected installment as an option, then for next question is if TDS pertains to the last installment. Choose No only in case when TDS payment is towards the last installment, select Yes. If the field, whether the stamp duty value is higher than the agreement value, is showing as mandatory and prompting you for a response, please consult your relationship manager for getting stamp duty value of your flat. Enter the total amount, excluding GST, paid towards all the previous installments in the total consideration value field. In subsequent field, please enter amount being paid as per the current demand. Refer the shared TDS guide for details. Now, in the tax deposit details section, verify the pre-populated amount in section D of the page, and enter 1% of that amount under the TDS amount field, and click on Continue. Select your preferred payment mode and bank, then click Continue. You have now entered all the necessary details required to fill Form 26QB. Please review before you proceed further and click on Pay Now to make the payment. Save the TDS challan generated post-payment completion. Normally, it takes 3 to 7 working days for Form 16B to reflect on the Traces website. Ensure that you share the same with your relationship manager timely. We hope you found this video on TDS payment guide useful. Once again, please note that this video is a generic guide to pay TDS applicable to buyer of an immovable property. You may want to seek help from a chartered accountant for specific detail pertaining to your individual transactions. Please verify all the details carefully before submitting Form 26QB. Mahindra Lifespaces shall not be held liable for any errors during TDS filing process. Thank you.